Hello my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And finally, I am going to wrap up my October daily. In this video, I am going to share with you days 30 and 31. And then I'm going to share with you a process for the bonus page, which is going to be a Day of the Dead bonus page. My page is not attached to the book, and that is actually quite deliberate. When I originally planned these 2 days, I planned to make a tag, and I did make a tag, and the tag was supposed to go in this pocket that was created by days 28 and 29, and it fits. That's not the issue. The issue I have is I don't like the way the tag looks in the pocket. I really don't. It wasn't flowing for me with the tag being in the pocket. It did not sit well. I did not like it, so I decided not to do it. It's my book. I can do what I want. And I changed my mind. So instead of this being a tag to put in this pocket, I decided it's going to be like a little bit of a little flip type element. I will attach it once my bonus page is done. All that out of the way, let me share with you where we are. If you will recall, last we chatted about this story. We just ran out of the bathroom after seeing this figure in the mirror. We decided we've had enough. We made a promise. We're going to pack our bags, leave, and never come back. And that is what we're doing. So let's pick up from there. Day 30 reads, after seeing this, you decide it's time to leave. What parting words do you have for the house as you flee towards the front door? My parting words, or the parting words to this house, are going to be simply no more, live free. That's what you feel like you have to yell to this house. No more, I'm out of here. No more with these twins. No more with these apparitions. No more with the weirdness, the spookiness. There's something going on here. You want no part of it, and you feel like if you stay any longer, it's going to suck you up. So it's time to get out, to live your life, to be free, be out, and never come back. So that's your message to this house. No more, live free. That's what you're saying as you're leaving this house. So that is day 30. Now day 31. The prompt reads, you dive into your car and slam the keys into the ignition. As you're driving away, what do you see in your rear view mirror? Well, what you see is the house. And the house, it's almost like it has eyes, like it's alive and it's looking at you. And you see twins on the lawn in front of the house. Again, are they real? Or is that a figment of your imagination? Are they happy to see you go? Are they sad to see you go? You're just glad to be out, especially when you see this house in your rear view mirror, almost alive, staring back at you like, I'm not done with you. So that is day 31. So lucky for us, we did get out of the house, and we got out of the house alive. So in my mind, what happens is you race back to your own place. You're completely spooked. You're confused. You're trying to figure out what just happened. This is crazy. There's this house. What is this house all about? Your mother never told you anything about that house or anything about growing up in that house. And she certainly never told you anything about possibly inheriting this house. And as for your father, you didn't really know him. Your mother was the one who raised you. She didn't really talk much about your father. So you get curious and you wonder, what didn't she tell you? You would ask her, but you can't. You can't ask her because she passed away not too long ago. You think, oh my gosh, up in the attic, there's a trunk, there's an old trunk. It's full of stuff. I remember her telling me about this old trunk. I didn't really think much about it. Didn't want to go rifling through it because it brings up a lot of painful memories, a lot of sadness about losing your mom. But you decide, I gotta go, I gotta look, because maybe there's something in there that explains what's going on. So you creep up into that attic, you pull out that dusty old trunk, lift the heavy door of that trunk. What do you see? You see an old wedding dress, you see a photo album, you see letters, stacks and stacks of letters all tied up in beautiful ribbon. Letters that go back years, just years and years and years of letters, and they're all postmarked from different parts of the world. The bottom of the trunk is another letter. This one's different. This one has your name on it. And you recognize that handwriting almost immediately. That's your mother's handwriting. Open it up and you begin to read. So my friends, that brings us to the bonus page, and it will be a Day of the Dead bonus page. I will do a voiceover, and that voiceover will be me reading that letter to you. So let's jump into this. Wish me luck, and I'll see you on the other side, my friends. My dear child, if you are reading this, then I am departed from this world and moved on to the next. As I sit and write this letter, I am overwhelmed by what is yet unsaid, but must be told. Where to begin? For most of your life, it was only you and me, but it wasn't always this way. We were a different family once. You, me, your father, your brother. Yes, my dear sweet child, you have a brother, a twin. I can only hope that someday you will find it in your heart to forgive me for not telling you sooner, but there are reasons I could not. To understand these reasons, you must be told things that I have kept from you in the hopes of saving you from the cruel inheritance that has cursed our family for centuries. For centuries, our family has been fated to serve as caretakers of Bellwitch Manor. When or why this started, I cannot say. All I know is that generation after generation of women and men have lived and died in that house. It is a soulless place, cursed and haunted. The family tried to break free. Retribution was swift and cruel. A house burned to the ground. Too many lives lost. A horrid and vicious ending that would play out over and over and over again until the family was forced to return to the manor. This time, a new deal was made. You see, dear child, our family has long been the deliverer of twins. Countless generations of twins were born by the women of Bellwitch Manor. And so it was agreed. Upon their birth, one twin would stay and the other would be set free. A covenant more cruel than the horror it was intended to prevent. And so it was, for more generations than I care to count. Mothers and fathers were forced to make an unimaginable choice. Who would stay? Who would be set free? Refused to choose, and both would be condemned to serve Bell Witch Manor. I had a sister. I never knew her. I often imagined her as a traveler, exploring the world. I was happy for her and sad for me, for I knew the day would come when I would be forced to condemn one of my own children to my same fate. Then I met your father. As was the custom, we were introduced at the manor's Hallows Eve ball. It's cliché to say, but it truly was love at first sight. He filled my heart with love and happiness, so much so that for a short time I forgot about the covenant. In my heart, we were free. Then you and your brother were born. My perfect pair, a boy and a girl. I never knew I could love anyone as much, if not more, than I loved your father. The look on his face as he stared into both your little faces left little doubt that he felt the same way too. The love we felt for our perfect pair was immeasurable. My perfect little family. One must stay, and the other will be set free. One must stay, and the other will be set free. Over and over and over again, a constant voice in my head growing louder and louder until finally I said out loud what your father and I already knew. No, both will be free, no matter the cost. That Hallows Eve, under cover of night, we set into motion events that would change our lives forever. Your grandmother helped us escape. You see, she too had a sister she never knew. We broke the covenant. Our lives were forfeit. We knew Bell Witch Manor would try to find us. All we could do is what we did. We separated, you with me and your brother with your father. We moved from place to place, never planting roots, hoping never to be found, and praying that someday our paths would cross and we would be a family again. I never told you about them, because to do otherwise would put us all at risk. This way, if one of us was found, the other was still free. We lived like this for all your life. When we could, your father and I wrote to each other. I kept your father's letters, hoping to share them with you someday. My dear child, though I never spoke about him, your father loved you dearly. He never abandoned you. He lived for you. He loved you more than life. That I could not tell you this until now will haunt my soul for all eternity. Sadly, it has been years since your father's last letter. I fear he may have passed, or worse, forcibly returned to Bell Witch Manor. I believe with all my heart that your brother is still alive. I gave his soul life, and believe I would have felt it departing from this world if he were dead. Even now, I'm afraid to tell you more, for fear that this letter will be found by Bell Witch Manor. I pray that you can forgive me. I pray that you will understand. I pray that you will someday be reunited with your brother. I pray someday that you will meet your father. Tell your brother that I loved him, and not a day passed where I did not miss him dearly. Tell your father that I missed dancing with him under the moonlight. Tell him that I never stopped loving him. Tell him that with my last living breath, I called his name in the hopes that he will find me in the ever after. My dear child, in this life and the next, I will love you forever. Until our souls meet again, live free. Travel the world, explore, dream, discover, love,
tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir.
Here's the finished page, my friends. I added a sentiment. It reads, remember, live a lifetime of dreams. And this is the final page in my October daily. I can't believe I actually finished this. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Thank you for all of you who took the time to watch my videos and leave comments. I so appreciate you. I think I will do just one more video after this, and it'll be a final flip through, and then I'm going to call it done. I'm going to move on to my next series. I'm doing another series. I'm going to announce it in a separate video. It's going to be all about ATCs, artists trading cards. Something I love to do, and I'm super excited to start that series, and it involves an advent calendar. That's all I'm saying. You're going to have to watch for the video. Thank you, my friends. I so appreciate you. I will catch you all in the next video. Until next time, bye-bye.